All right, guys, and welcome back to Dallas, Texas. We are about to go live with the second map of the series between Check 6 Gaming and MouseSpaz. This will be, obviously, here on DE Tuscan. We're jumping right into the LO3 here, and it's kind of nice to see Tuscan. We haven't seen this yet throughout this tournament, at least here on this stream.
I love CPL Mill.
Oh, you love Mill so much. Well, you're going to love Tuscan. Anyway, so I had said they're going to take it in 2. We'll see what happens here, and we're going to be able to tell pretty quick off probably the first couple gun rounds.
Wow.
I really think so.
All right, so now as you can see, we've got a nice little stack happening inside of mid. What is all going on here? If they anticipated some type of push.
They're both like, dude, they're going to rush. Don't go.
What?
No, I mean, it's okay. I mean, this isn't exactly unexpected, but, I mean, okay, it is unexpected.
No.
Strange.
Like this, no, I mean, it's just interesting because they both anticipated something, and now what this is going to do for Check 6, they're going to go, what is going on? Where are they at? They've got to come at some point.
They might go over towards sewer door now.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
See, that's what Storm's doing right now. He's waiting for it. Fraud going to be joining him here, so this might just work out. However, yeah, they have spotted a couple here. Now, this is going to make it still look like it's going to be sewer, though, just because two members... and especially if they threw a grenade off that door, like that would really sell that fake. But they're going to go ahead and try to commit into the site with these two bombs into the hands of Arya, who I would assume is now headed back over to SA2 bomb site here.
Yep.
And that actually ended up being quite the fake, because I mean it just felt like
that was an awesome pistol strat. Huge fan of it. Huge fan. Watching all the way how that developed. We'll talk about how everything panned out. As now the bomb is down inside of that bomb side. They're going to go and start to make their move over here towards, again, Lawson has this USP, so maybe that's just already a standard as they're going to go ahead and make their way in there. There goes Blade. Blade's going to go down.
Oh, and there's a Goosh.
Warden on top. He's going to take out Goosh one. And Storm and Dizaman are going to finish things off. Warden having a little trouble to hop up onto that awning, but in the end, Check 6, they get the round, but MouseSpaz gets to plant, and
MouseSpaz gets points for something I haven't seen.
I love that strategy. I've seen it years and years ago. It's just fun to watch because it's all you're doing is you're allowing Check 6 to mind blank themselves.
Yeah, and looks like it will be Glocks, and I did see a flash here for MouseSpaz. Let's see how they choose to go through this. So that means next round they will be buying. They did get the bomb down.
FNS is going to try to have a stare-off, and he loses because Fraud decided to throw a nade down there.
That's just not nice.
Yeah.
All right, score 2-0 now. Check 6.
I don't think Fraud looked away, though.
No, I don't think so. Check 6 has to know that they're buying at this point. And or at least have a pretty good idea. I mean, they could still save if they wanted to get an op or something like that next round, but they will be buying. They have no way to know that until the first shot is fired. XP3 still does have a FAMAS, or they all still have FAMASes, I believe, except for nobody.
And currently right now as well, at the same exact time, HRG is facing off against SK. Just for those of you that are curious, I mean, we've got 2 matches that are going on at the same time. This is the second map of this best of 3 here with Check 6 and MouseSpaz, as Check 6 took the first map right there on Nuke. So let's go ahead and see what's going to happen here. Again, MouseSpaz bot, they're working their way up towards that short area, towards that B-bomb site. And Storm's down to 54 HP.
Looks like he wants to push out here, at least wait for some assistance.
And as he throws that nade out there, he's got Fraud to join him over here as well. A lot of fakes that are going on here.
This is really kind of like fluid fakes. They're just going one side into the other. If it doesn't work, let's back off. If we can't get a pick, let's go back to SA1. But, I mean, it's working for me. However, they've got to start making some decisions and moves here because they do have 35 seconds left in the round. Last thing you want is that timer to run down too low. And FNS has just planted over there by, Ward Box.
Yeah, so now it's going to be down to a 2-on-3. As Bong has been spotted, he gets taken down to 14 HP. They're going to still kind of push up inside the site. See, you got Bong over there towards that kitty ramp. And Fraud taking him out. Now they've got to worry about Lawson. Lawson, he's going to spam away. Storm's going to shut him down. It's going to be down to a 1-on-1. Storm almost takes him out, but FNS peeks out and takes him out with an AK headshot. And now the score is going to be 2-1 You know, it's interesting watching MouseSpaz kind of fluid motion going from one side to the next and kind of just forcing Check 6 to rotate back and forth. But we'll see how things kind of adapt here with Check 6.
Yeah, no point in time did they really show their hand. Like, sure, they were back and forth, but all Check 6 knew was that there was one person at short, or what some people call grass, or alt mid, or whatever you want to call it. Because the other two were hiding up against the window, and if he would have got that pick or been picked, 2 guns would have been right behind it. So I kind of like the way they were playing that out. I mean, it got scary for him, but it still worked.
Wow, right now you've got Fraud and Warden who are playing aggressive. Fraud picks up one, but Warden decided to fall back, and Fraud got taken out there by Arya. And so now it's going to be down to a 4-on-4. We've got Bog, FNS, Lawson, as well as Arya, all of which have AKs.
This, by the way, is an excellent freaking spot, especially if you stand up. It is really unexpected. If anyone comes flanking through SA2, you'll get them almost every time. Obviously, you can't overuse it, but anyway, back to the game.
No, it's a nice little tidbit to kind of talk about, especially whenever you're watching a team be overly aggressive over there towards storage area 2. As right now, Storm is watching over that B-bomb site.
Still trying to get an idea of what they're planning on doing here. They got 33 seconds left. They're really liking
They're going to be hitting
game.
A here in a second.
Yeah. You know, they have made footsteps, and it is late in the round here.
Yeah, Lawson just running about now. They're going to go to open up. They've got one over that head over there towards Squeaky Door. And Dizaman, who's inside the site, is going to be down to a 2-on-2. Storm and Dizaman. Dizaman's going to be taken out. It's going to be left up to Storm, down to a 1v2. And Storm able to connect just a few bullets downrange, as a bomb will get planted. Coming into the site now. Storm able to take down FNS, and here comes Lawson, the last man here for MouseSpaz. They know exactly where he's at. He does have a kit to work with here, as Lawson has to check, and he does, and he gets headshotted there by Storm. And so now the score is going to be 3-1. Is still in favor here for Check 6 over MouseSpaz. That's a good round to win there for Check 6. And look, as right now, it was ballooned at 200%. But he's sitting at 150 overall there for Storm. As we look at the money where we're currently at, Bog and Arya, as well as Lawson, at 2,300, 2,500 apiece. Yeah, they should be on a save. They got a Deagle save, actually.
Yeah, they're going to go straight up grass here. And going to be fired on from window. Fraud able to take down Lawson, and Arya not going to be able to connect with those Deagle shots. Looked like maybe a flash had gone off there. He's a little bit out of it as he was coming up. FNS left with just 9 HP in a 1 versus 4. And a FAMAS. And XP3 just pushes straight down, able to finish off that round. That will be 4-1 in favor of Check 6.
How many deaths does XP3 have right now?
He's 4-3.
Yeah, so one of the interesting things is why he had to buy a FAMAS. Maybe, well, he must have. I mean, he's died 3 out of the 5 rounds. I guess I was just trying to figure out exactly why he was using a FAMAS. I thought I saw all of their current money situation not too bad. Fraud has actually got a FAMAS. They've got, right now, they've got 2 FAMASs and 3 M4s. Warden pushing up, and he's aiming too high as Arya.
Yeah, I think he heard the door just in time to prepare at that corner. The timings are pretty precise on that. Once you hear that door, you know they push down, or at least you got to be careful of it. And looks like they're going to want to execute into SA1. Here come the flashes. Fraud able to pick up 3.
Shutting down that door.
Finally traded. FNS taking a lot of damage here, down to just 22 HP. Still fighting, still alive, but Bog's going to be last man standing with 100 HP. AK in hand, and bomb is down.
Yeah, Bog making that long-range shot, taking down Dizaman. Storm down to 11 HP. XP3 at 38. So Bog has more HP than both of those two combined. But he's got 40 seconds left to go here. Bomb is down somewhere. As now he figured out where it's at. He's got the bomb now. He's going to go ahead and make that call there. They know that he's probably over there towards that site already, checking through that crack.
This is intense. I mean, both sides right now trying to figure it out.
As right now you got Bog needs to be worrying about the flank here over there towards Kitty Ramp, and that was Storm lurking around. That's typical Tyler Wood, if you will, here from Check 6, or better known as Storm to most of you out there, as now the score is 5-1 in favor of Check 6.
And, this is what I'm saying. If Check 6 is very capable of changing up their play style, however, I kind of hope they don't. For sake of my prediction, what they're doing right now is working for them. I do think, if need be, if MouseSpaz starts to get a foothold on their current play style, they can get really aggressive and play what we call a dead zone mid. And this is huge for MouseSpaz. They're now rushing up grass. They're able to take down 2, and Fraud already onto FNS. It's already a 3-on-4.
Lawson's been able to pick up an M4 from that whole that bout and that exchange. And right now it's going to be down to a 2-on-3. Lawson, down to 69 HP, but again, he has that M4 to work with here. A lot of time on the round timer, and they're going to be battling up against Fraud, Storm, and Wood. Storm as well as Fraud and Warden. There we go. As that's the old school complexity if I've ever seen it.
Absolutely, and Fraud's going to post up here inside of SA2. Storm's still watching towards middle, and Lawson's just wanting to get into the site the best way he can. It's hard to clear all the angles in sight, and that's why you have 2 players having to clear all the angles when you've got multiple angles to cover. It's a lot easier with 3. Seriously could have completely changed that round.
That was a great movement, great utilization there by Warden on that box over by that squeaky door, just pivoting around that corner and able to watch 2 positions at the same time without being seen from the other position. So now the score is going to be 6-1, a 5-round lead here for Check 6. And right now, Blade, who's been such a superb player, is so far over in this game.
All right, they've set up in SA2 here with a really, really heavy presence. 2 members of Check 6, Dizaman and one of his teammates have posted up inside of lower sewer, whatever you want to call it.
Make the assumption that's probably Warden down there with him.
Yeah, but yeah, there he is right there.
It's interesting to hear, though. You've got Warden, who's a team leader, Dizaman, who used to be a big-time team leader, and seeing those 2, they've been working together.
Well, and XP3 as well. I mean, XP3.
Oh, right. No, it's a very
even
better. Even go on to his XP3 used to be a really big time leader, and it just shows they both all 3 have that personality that wouldn't conflict with each other either, and so that's one of the good things that comes into play.
Yeah, and here come the flashes to execute into A.
As right now they're going to go ahead and see what happens here. FNS moving up here towards that kitty ramp. As they're probably going to start to be able to make their move, so you got to be on the lookout there for the. You got Warden, who's inside the site right next to the bomb plant. He's going to decide to peek out at the right time, dropping FNS as he's now stuck in this corner. Arya did get boosted up on top of the box. He's going to try to. He misses the jump, and there he comes back around. So he made enough noise, and so that allowed his teammates kind of right back around. But hey, Jimmy, that's not where the action really was happening. It was happening over there towards the B side where the bomb is planted here with Lawson and Blade. Can Blade pick up his first kill, this first frag of the game so far, or Lawson come up with a 4-kill here against Dizaman? Dizaman wrapping in here, going through the back halls, checking all his spots. Not a lot of time to work with now as he spots one, and Blade picks up his first kill here on this map here on Tuscan. 6-2 now is the score in favor of Check 6. One of the things I've been ragging on him, he's also sitting at 30 ADR overall, and I just expect so much from Blade, especially what he's been showing in these early parts of the game. FNS though playing extremely strong. Lawson has picked up his game quite a bit. FNS getting taken down by Fraud. Warden pushing up as well. This is a nice aggressive attack here by Check 6. And they've dropped them one by one there in storage area 1 as Bog is now the LMS here against Storm, Warden, and XP3. As now Bog is going to go ahead and continue to push up there. Jimmy, that happened so early in the round that now there's so much time left here on the round timer.
I was waiting to see if they were going to be able to do some aggression like that and execute it well. I mean, I know they're all capable of doing it. It's a matter of will they mesh well enough to be able to trade those frags really fast on the CT side aggressively. And they were able to do it really, really fast. I mean, granted, this is still winnable for Bog, but he has 2 people at the same angle if he comes up Kitty right now and Storm in middle. So there it is, 7-2 now in favor of Team Check 6.
A 5-round lead here in favor of Czech 6. As let's go ahead and take a look at the money situation where we're currently standing right now. As you've got Lawson sitting at 5,000, Blade sitting at 4,250. That's an interesting thing to look at because even though Blade has not really been producing, he's become a economic save way for his team.
A personal bank.
Yes, he's basically just holding in.
Oh, there was a lot of damage there with that.
Wow. Watching all of the GUI there for the broadcast app and seeing how all of them got hit by that same grenade storm, taking it down 3 so far. XP3 peeks out, trying to pick up 2 or make that Warden who peeked out and took down Arya, and that's going to finish off that round. Now the score is going to be 8-2, and they might just have enough. They've got Blade who has an AK, and Arya's got an AK.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see a buy round here out of MouseSpaz here. I mean, they're starting to get into that situation that we talk about. One more round and they will be comfortable buying. All right, and backing directly off into more normal positions here. That is Czech 6 Gaming on this gun round.
And Dizaman really likes to watch those cross points. He doesn't necessarily want to try to set up for the actual kill. He likes to make those calls and then adjust from there, just knowing where they're at. That's the typical play style that I see from him during these finals at each of the LAN events.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that will chase somebody down. I mean, if he misses that first shot, he's not afraid. He doesn't hesitate to go around that corner, and it throws a lot of players off. And that's one thing that's really unique about his play style is even if he misses that shot, he will chase them down. And even if you know that, it still kind of freaks you out because he's got quite the rifle spray.
As right now you got a couple of members moving up there. You can see how he wrapped back around.
And there it is.
Back out. Great little flash there, FNS. And he pushes out there onto Arya as Bog is going to get dropped by Fraud. And now Arya continues. He's down. He's got 2 kills here in this round. If he wants to pick this one up, he has to pick up the ace against XP3, Fraud, and Storm. So far, he's got 3 kills here in this round.
17 HP remaining in a 1 versus 2. Bomb is in hand, and there's 20 seconds left. He's got to make a move, and it's got to be fast.
And this is a very, very tough situation because they know exactly where he's at. They know exactly where he has to go, and they spotted him right there. That was XP3 who spotted him. As he's going to go and continue to be able to spam there. See what happens here. XP3.
He actually looped all the way around. Hey, you can't complain about it. I mean, that's a smart move. It seems a little unorthodox, but why split up and peek 1 by 1 or 2 different angles and risk getting sprayed down? Just go at them together. It's really solid.
And so now the score is 9-2, a 7-round lead here in favor of Czech 6 over MouseSpaz. Again, if you're just now tuning in with us, this is the second map out of this best of 3. And MouseSpaz lost that one on DE Nuke to Czech 6. It started off to be, in the first half, it was a pretty good game, and then the second half, Czech 6 started to put the rounds together, and they took that one right there on Nuke, as right here we are on DE Tuscan.
Sorry for the clicking. Just trying to get an idea of what's happening, because MouseSpaz is really starting to slow down more and more. They started avoiding sewers. They really don't go down there anymore. Arya trying to get a pick there. Looks like he did take down Fraud. Storm being forced to play back a bit because he lost a teammate there.
Yeah, they saw that in sewers, you had Dizaman and Warden do their stack that they have set up. They've fallen back now. Dizaman taking down 1. He's stayed down there to take out Blade.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this works out. It's down to a 4-on-4 right now. You've got Arya, FNS, Lawson, and Bog here for MouseSpaz. Still deciding to continue to push up there. That's where Dizaman was playing before. That's FNS moving down towards that lower, down through the sewers. Working back over there toward the squeaky door. You know that they're going to be hitting over here towards that A-bomb site. Warden is stuck inside the site. There goes Dizaman. Warden is just going to be right around the corner. He's going to get taken down by Bog. Storm, who's wrapped back around. He's able to take out 1. He's waiting, and coming up mid is going to be Arya. Now it's going to be left up to XP3, who has an op in hand. And we'll see if he decides to even try to make an impact. He probably gets some really good exits from here.
Yeah, but I mean, he heard 1 run down mid. He knows that there's at least 1 in sight, but I don't think he knows that Bog is over by sewer door right now. Oh my gosh, able to take down Arya. So it's a 1v2. He can win this, but he's got to hit this shot in sight. It's the only player he's aware of right now. And, yeah, he's just going to back off at this point and try to find an exit.
He's going to make sure that FNS loses that weapon. That was his main goal at that point.
Yeah. And Bog's not even going to try to chase, just heading down towards sewers.
Yeah,
and
no
will be blown up by the bomb. Said, I'm not giving him another $300. I might as well just die to the bomb.
Yeah, so now the score is going to be 9-3. 6-round lead here over MouseSpaz. As we take a look at the scoreboard, you can see you've got, oh, that's another thing to take in consideration. We've been 12 rounds in this game heading into round 13. MouseSpaz has died every single round except for one for 4 of their players. And so that means they have to buy every single one of those times.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge. And Fraud's going to be spawning middle here. Storm getting aggressive on grass there, or short. Morton's still in sight. Bog's still fighting here with Storm, and XP3's backing him up with that op. So, I mean, even if it would have been a frag, it would have been an easy trade there. Oh, and there he goes. Lawson finally able to make something of it. It's a 1 versus 3. XP3 down to just 10 HP, and he's going to go straight down there.
No fear.
Oh, they're right on the other side. Yeah, there it is right there. I was just waiting for it. I mean, he was watching the right angles. Even if he would have pushed up close, he would have been at the right angle. So it worked out for him. 10-3 now. Just 2 rounds left in this half. And once again, whoever loses this does go home. This is do or die.
As now the lead has been extended to 7. As we'll see how this one kind of pans out. We'll get you updated. I believe the HRG versus SK matchup just ended. Making the assumption that HRG took that matchup. And so we'll see that matchup. Whoever wins this one will face off against HRG later today.
All right, last man standing will be Arya here, stuck in SA1. And can he get a frag? He takes down Fraud.
Yeah, so now the score's going to be 11-3 here in favor of Check 6. And let's go ahead and look at the scores, just the kill deaths, just overall, just kind of get a general consensus of what's been going on. Storm sitting at 18-4, Fraud at 16-9, both delivering right around 117 plus damage per round. A really good all around, 80 damage. Your worst out of your ADR was 77. That's something else.
Yeah. Yeah, HRG did pick that up 2-0, it sounds like. Just giving you guys a quick update, but back into the game here. Storm able to come out and around behind them as they're trying to execute on SA1. I'm a little confused on how all that happened, but, you know, clearing the site. Fraud taking... Oh, they're double stacked. That's so hard to take down. Lawson is able to do it, however. It's down to a one-on-one. Lawson spraying away. XP3 down to 25 HP remaining. Lawson at 53.
As again, like you mentioned, it's down to a one-on-one here. He's got an op in hand. He's got it scoped in the perfect location. You can see Lawson hoping they're just inches away from each other, just on the other side of this box. And if it's smart, XP3 will just hold it down. Now he has to re-scope in this position. Lawson's got so much patience, but he doesn't have the bomb, and that's going to be making even more of an impact here. Lawson probably can hear him scoping in and out, knows exactly where he's at. Going to go ahead and decide to continue to push up here. He's right around the corner. XP3 gets shut down. Now the score is going to be 11-4 here in favor of Check 6.
All right, once again, looks like all players are staying seated.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, they just want to get these games played. They do. Both teams definitely want to continue on this matchup. I'm just wondering, like, what do you think it is MouseSpaz right now? Like, that's difficult because you just lost 11-4. CT side, I mean, on Tusk. And it really, there wasn't anything necessarily that was going wrong, it's just you're just getting out-aimed and outplayed constantly. There's not, like, one player that's holding it back or bad flashes. It's just you're getting outplayed constantly. What do you do in a situation?
Well, it's a very tough one, and just to correct you, I know that your process was right with MouseSpaz being on the Terra side. But you know, it's what they're gonna have to change the way that they're playing altogether. It's a whole mental check that they have to figure out. Say, okay, let's just hit our shots. That's all it really comes down to. I really think that's all it is between the two. Arya's playing extremely well. Lawson, I gave him, I discredited him quite a bit in the previous game. He's playing extremely well this go around. FNS continue to do what he's doing. It's just I guess it's probably the issue with these pro gamers here in North America. I'm expecting so much from them to be entirely consistent.
Oh, there we go.
But let's go ahead and hop into the pistol round here. Take us away here, Joe.
All right, already 2 frags here. Make that 3 and 4. Last man standing already is Arya, and it looks like he's going to be right in the perfect position to try to clutch this, but he's got to back out of there. He can't be behind that box, and Dizaman able to finish it off.
Either way, he was in a really tough situation.
Yeah.
You got XB3 coming up towards Banana or towards that long B, and so now the score is going to be 12-4. I mean, I'm a big fan of MouseSpaz, the team, their personalities, their character, what type of people they are as individuals. But in game, they're just not as consistent what they need to be right now. In these
we've
finals.
seen some great rounds from them so far. They have some
impressive
really great players, and it's a shame to see any team at this point go home. I mean, I'm really liking all the play we've seen. Of course, with the exception of a couple goofy rounds, but you know what? I mean, all these guys really showing up to compete this weekend.
I became a new fan of Arya, how he shoots. I've become a fan of F. I've always been a fan of F and S. Blade with his deagle on Nuke was just something else, some of those shots. Let's go ahead and get back into this action of what's going on here. As you can see, Lawson's got a deagle here. Here for MouseSpaz. We're on board here with Fraud. Fraud working his way up here towards Kitty Ramp. And see if he can open the door here for Check 6 to push up. He's got a USP, so that's the reason why he's leading the charge. You'd think that you'd lead with a stronger weapon, but in reality, you want to lead with somebody who's not going to lose anything, especially in the second round here on the second half. But Fraud, even though I say it's not the most effective, he's picked up 2 so far with that USP. And Arya slicing and dicing on the wall, saying, hey, just come out. Let's just end this one. I'm right here. And
see if Dizaman actually takes the bait here, goes for the knife. Nope, not going to happen.
Nope. That's not how you roll, bro. 13-4 now is the score. A 9-round lead here in favor of Check 6. They just continue to expand and expand that lead.
Possibly just 3 rounds remaining here for MouseSpaz before they go home. They've got to change something right now. And I know you say this a lot in the situation, but it might sound easy. But what do you change? That's the hard part. So now they're going to be actually pushing down into middle to spot SA2. He did spot 1 there, but that flash might have blocked it a little bit.
Well, it's interesting to see is Lawson, who bought a deagle last round, is forced to buy a deagle here because his teammates are buying FAMASas now because they saved. And it kind of, it's just putting a lot more weight. Maybe his deagle is a lot better than his FAMAS.
Sometimes you run into that, and it looks like Warden is prepared to execute into SA1. Bomb's going to be in the hands of Warden, actually, here. So they're going to be executing here in any moment.
And Fraud, a full-out save, only had a USP to work with. Is now got that AWP and a deagle, and they're just going to go ahead and push up here, and they're trying to erase this game. They're trying to be done with it, and Fraud goes down.
All right, so 1-on-3 here. Arya, 76 HP remaining in a FAMAS. Doing some damage. Storm down to 34. Bomb's down now, so now the pressure's on him to get in there, but XP3 is able to take him down right in the middle of the site. So this is getting pretty dire here.
I don't think they found that AWP. For Fraud that he bought.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to find it.
They tried to find it, but they couldn't find it. That's one of the things I was trying to look for. And so Fraud's going, good going, guys. But now the score is going to be 14-4. 2 rounds away from sending MouseSpaz out of the tournament here. As we see, Fraud does have an AWP. I believe someone had to buy it. And he gets shut down just like that. Bong and Lawson picking up 2 kills right there. As now we can see it's down to Storm, XP3, and Warden. As Warden picks up that kill. And they've rotated heavily.
Yeah, they're just going to throw all their eggs in one basket right now because they know that they've got to make something happen. They might as well just stack one site and try to retake the other. They have pretty good indication there's got to be more here at SA1. If nothing else, they'll have one more player down. XP3 miraculously getting out of there alive, but catching a ding. 14 HP left, and not going to be able to connect with that op shot. It's a 3-on-4 right now, Corey. This is nuts.
As well, let's go ahead and see. We got Warden who's pushing up here towards towards middle. Needs to be on lookout. You got Storm just on the other side over there towards Kitty Ramp. Spamming through the box was Lawson. Lawson knocked Storm down to 2 HP. He's now down to a 1-on-2. He's pushing inside the site, spraying away, and he's going to get shut down there by Blade. And so now the score is going to be 14-5.
All right, taking another quick look at the scoreboard here. On top for Check 6 Gaming throughout this entire match is Fraud, 22 and 318 ADR. Right below him is Storm with 102 ADR, 20 and 7. Not dying too much there. He has been playing very well throughout this. Over here for MouseSpaz, Arya, he's actually been playing really well, hitting some great shots. And Lawson. These are the two that we really saw show up last night that were really impressing us when Connor was over here with me, were Arya and Lawson. And here comes that another push. They're going to do the same thing they did last round, basically, just adding that mid player to the mix. And already, guess what? 2 frags, just like last round, only losing 1. And Fraud, however, is able to answer back, evening up the numbers here.
Well, it's one of those things, though. It's always a question. Whenever you get those kills, do you continue to push up, or do you just fall back and take the numbers advantage? And so right now, you've got to push up. And Arya stays alive through the through that spray from Storm. As now it's going to be down to a 1-on-2. Lawson and Blade catches Fraud just trying to walk on by into the back halls. And now the score is going to be 14-6 here in favor of Check 6.
And this might have been what MouseSpaz needed at this point, was just a few rounds to get them back in this game and get them thinking properly to really try to get back in this. Because like I said, there is no third map if they lose this. There is no more matches for them if they lose this.
As FNS going to get boosted up inside of mid. Blade watching over here towards the short B, or alternate mid, if you will. FNS picking up 1. This is just going to be a save round, so this is going to kind of work out here for MouseSpaz, as they cost a lot more damage than they probably wanted to deal with. And Blade needs those kills, so he's going to step out a little bit, picking up all 3 of them inside of mid. And so now the score is going to be 14-7. Still in favor of Check 6. We were at a 10-round deficit, a 10-round lead here for Check 6. That has been changed now here to the 7-round lead. So if we take a look at the money, you can see you've got Lawson, who's down to 170 now. Of course, they're the team that's won 3 consecutive rounds, so they're fine where they need to be.
Oh, God, just a man. A little twitchy there, trying to work his way down middle. Just clearing out that early mid push, and it looks like they just decided, look, they're not getting aggressive. They might have stacked heavy towards SA2. Let's get up middle now. Blade able to take down Dizaman. XP3 answering back, and Warden holding for that flank. And let's see what Arya can do with it.
And bombs already planted inside of the site. You've got 2 players retaking from Squeaky Door, 2 players retaking from mid. As Fraud, here's that door open. He takes down 1. They're going to go ahead and start to be able to push here towards this side. It's going to be down to a 3-on-2. Headshots coming in there from Warden, as it's now going to be down to a 1-on-2. Lawson coming back around. Another headshot there by Lawson, as he's going to hop straight onto this defuse, making a lot of noise. That's going to go and draw him in. I don't know. It's going to be pretty close. That's going to do it. He's going to blow up, and I didn't think he had enough time. 15-7 is now the score in favor of Check 6. 1 round away here for Check 6 for sending MouseSpaz home.
All right, and if you're Check 6, let's see if they decide to end it now, or they're going to play this more passively like they have in the last couple rounds. I say passive, but they really haven't crossed enemy lines really right off the bat. Dizaman will work in the middle to make sure they haven't pushed aggressively, and Fraud's just going to go straight to long A. I mean, they want to end this now. Blade onto XP3.
Yeah, it's the terminology you're looking for. It's an old tactic. It's called rushing.
Oh, really? They do that still?
I don't think anybody does that anymore.
Oh, and Storm coming up from behind. As usual, Storm's just great at that lurk roll. Blade going to be watching for him to cross over towards long. 61 HP remaining for him, even after that dink through the pillar. So it's a 2-on-3 right now. It's still winnable for Check 6, but they've really got to slow it down and get together, play shoulder to shoulder, and see what they can make happen here.
So again, we got Storm and Warden left, both of which have AKs.
Arya watching long. I mean, that's pretty much a no-no right now. You just don't want to lose a player. A 1-for-1's great, but then you're stuck in a 1v2. I'd rather be in a 2 versus 3 as a terrorist. Your chances are a lot better, but they can't know that op's there. There's just no way that he's still at least trained all the way down long with that scope. So we'll see what happens. Warden's actually going to work his way all the way up and around. Bog's watching middle. Blade's watching from inside of window right now.
Just jump peeking.
Oh, goodness. Oh goodness, he's watching
you can see him through the. You can see him actually through that door.
Oh, it is right there in front of him. They have no idea. Blade able to take down Warden, and he's actually going to back away here. No reason to get too crazy, and Arya being alerted to their presence will take down Storm, and that is 15 to 8.
Wow, you could see his barrel through the window, just jumping up and down every time that he would cross the plane, and with that little board that's over the top of the window, that shutter, you could see the barrel of the weapon. I'm just curious. I mean, of course, we're in an HLTV. I'm just curious if you could see that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, when you get that close to a wall, anything that thin, it will go through. It should
clip through. I mean, I'm just curious why they didn't react to it, because it was clear as day for me.
All right, Ari's in a little bit of trouble, but Blade's here to assist. All right, not going to get the bomb down just yet. Storm's going to be last man standing. I believe he does. Yeah, he just has a Glock here, 79 HP remaining. At least try to get a gun down here. And there it is. A little less dink before he falls. 9 to 15 now.
Definitely keeping this game interesting now. It was a 10-round lead here in favor of Czech 6 at one point. Now it's kind of narrowing down to 6-round lead. As we look at the scoreboard, you can see that Arya still 20 and 20s. Blade has actually picked up his game quite a bit.
See if we can jump on board with the lead man here for Czech 6, which will be Dizaman on the way into the bomb site. He spots one over near Sewers, but not able to connect. It's a 4-on-5 already. They did that dead zone push in middle. They send one watching SA2 and one watching SA1, with the third watching right behind him in case. Oh, and Blade able to pick up 2 excellent frags here in SA1 and the third.
Wow, that was quick gun round.
All of a sudden, guys, it's only a 5-round lead for Czech 6.
Well, they're hanging on for dear life at this point, though, here for MouseSpaz. And it's such a difficult road to be on. Whenever you're already at game point that early in the game, you were at one point, it was 15 to 7. It means you have to win 8 consecutive rounds in a row just to push it into an overtime. Not to push it into a third map, but an overtime. As right now you can see that this is just going to be a save round here for Czech 6. As FNS picks up one, Blade decides to pick one of those as well, and that will do it. They pick up the what I'm kind of coining as the full house, 3 kills for Blade and 2 for FNS, and now the score is going to be 15 to 11.
4 rounds, guys. I mean, this is serious right now for Czech 6. It might, I don't know if it's set in yet, but I mean, sure, you're 1 point away. But MouseSpaz can come back from this right now. If they continue to play like they are, and Czech 6 just kind of refuses to do anything different. Like they've been going through 3 different strats. They have your aggressive, they have your passive, and they have your split. So let's see what they choose to do here. They're going to go straight up kitty with Storm, which is a little bit different than what we're used to. Fraud going to be leading the rush in.
Well, one of the things, though, you got to consider, you've got a 15 to 7 or 15-7 lead at one point, and you just got to build off of that.
Yeah,
and your money's going to work out. Oh, no, he turned on his flashlight inside. That's going to give away his position over there. Not knowing that there's going to be 2 in there. As you can see, Fraud, he's going to go ahead and spam away. Takes down Lawson as he's trying to shut the door back. And that's going to fall back. That's going to give away Boggs' position now. Here's that. Knows he's over there.
Oh,
shuts him down.
Fraud.
Blade's going to be there. That's going to do it. 16 to 11. They're in favor of Czech 6. That's going to send MouseSpaz home, and Czech 6 will continue here in this tournament.
Which is exciting to see. I mean, I know Czech 6, to a lot of people, is definitely a fan favorite. At least the guys have been around for Counter-Strike for a while. I like to see these old veterans play through. But, you know, just like last season, I am a fan of MouseSpaz. I like to see newer teams with newer talent. I mean, a lot of people don't realize FNS has not been playing as long as a lot of these guys. And, you know, he's really stepped up, especially last season with the in-game leader role. So, I mean, it's just cool to see those teams, you know, make it here and do well. But you know what? Somebody's got to go home, and Czech 6 just wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, they're a talented bunch. You and I both, before we got into this series, before we got into this matchup, we both said that, you know, Czech 6, it's just their demeanor. It's the way that they're going into this. It's their outlook. And they came into this one, and they basically played all their cards and did everything right.
Yep, and guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be bringing some more Counter-Strike action here in just a little bit. We'll let you know what matches are coming up next. Stay tuned.